access for issue 143 of the Star Trek Starship collection. It's the Merchman, is it the Merchman ship from the Search for Spock. As you can see, the model is, as you can see, I've not even taken it out yet. It's so impressive. It's huge, very weighty as well. I don't know whether it's just because of the base, but it looks so good, and it's really big as well, as you can see in the box. We'll have a closer look at this in just a second, but first let's have a look at the magazine. So it's the Merchantman, I think that's what it is, freighter from the Search for Spock episode, number 3 of the films. Anyway, so it's one of the ones that a lot of fans have been asking for a very long time, and we weren't too sure whether we were going to get it. We finally got it, and we've got it now. But it was one of those ones that they said they might not ever do because it was a model, and I know they find those ones a little bit more difficult to do. I know that sometimes we were asked about this and they were quite vague on their responses about it, but we do have it. So yeah, it's cruise free, maximum speed warp 5. It's got phasers, obviously, 23rd century, and it's independent. Obviously we get a lot of in-universe information. There's quite a lot about it, really. Obviously it was instrumental in taking the Genus device information, and they were smuggling it. So these are the smugglers. There's the Klingon that was there. Obviously after they found out, they destroyed the ship. I say there's a lot of information. There is just this page. So all we know about it is what's in the movie, really. But yeah, so here we have a fin down here. That is even on the model as well. That's on the model too. As you can see, it's got this sort of stingray effect. So we have the top view here and the side view, and then we have all these sort of cargo hold here, but it's all sort of conduits and piping and stuff like that. It's a very beaten up sort of style ship that we have here. And it's a really nice one. A lot of people have been asking for it, and we've got it. Then we go into the design. So it's got this sort of stingray effect. Obviously the ship did appear in the Next Generation and on Deep Space Nine as well, indicated down here, as you can see. Then we come on to the visual effects of Star Trek 3. So it's the first time we saw the space dock. I have reviewed the space dock. It's massive, and it's worth checking out. So go and check that out, and you can see my review on that. But in that magazine there is a lot about the visuals and how they come up with it. This is basically going about it as well, but there is obviously a more in-depth look on how the visuals for the Search for Spock went as well. Then we have Bill George there working on the studio model of the Klingon bird of prey. Then we have this giant eel that attacks the Klingon commander there. It was actually a hand puppet just slimed up basically from beneath the studio. Almost looks alien-like from the film Aliens, really, as it pokes out there. So this one was a bit more gritty. Now this section goes into how they came up with the unfortunate destruction of the Enterprise and how they actually came up with it. And there's some really nice discussions here going on in the book on how they come up with obviously the Klingon pet, but obviously as well how they came about destroying the Enterprise as well, and the sort of materials and stuff that they used to get that sort of burning effect, and obviously a destruction of the bridge there. And then we obviously come around and we see more of this as well. So obviously this bit's about blowing up the Enterprise, and this is about them, how they destroyed the Genus planet, and how they used it was a cork ball, I do believe, a ball of cork with white powder on, and that's how they got that effect. But yeah, I like this sort of stuff. I like the behind the scenes stuff. It's almost like I find this stuff's a bit more in depth than some of the DVD extras are. So I like that sort of stuff. And then we come on to the trivia. Obviously it was in the Search for Spock, and its final appearance was obviously in the Search for Spock. It didn't last very long. And another holy grail in our next issue. Make sure you click to subscribe and check us out, because we'll be doing issue 144, sorry, Gum 2. or Tin Man. Another one that Ben turned around and said that they would never be able to do because they wouldn't be able to work out how to stand it, how to colour it and stuff like that. I think they've done a pretty good job just looking at this section just here. But it was one that they also and ahed about not doing and said we probably wouldn't get it. And we've got it. And that is our next issue that we're going to look at. And there's a nice top picture of the merchantman ship there. So without further ado, should we have a look at the model? A ship out of the box. And the first thing that strikes me is, one, how big it is, how bulky it is, but also the colour panels that are on it. I mean, they're just insane. But yeah, the whole ship is just absolutely amazing, gorgeous. In fact, it's one that we've all been waiting for, and Eaglemoss have not disappointed. Eaglemoss have outdone themselves. So there it is, it sits on there. As you can see, it's really big. I mean, it sits further. I mean, there you go. So you can see how far it sits over the base. You can see how big it is. It's really chunky as well. It's top heavy. It's very heavy. It's got a lot of die casting in this one, and you can see there just the size of it is huge. It's about as big as my hand. Yeah, so the paneling, as you can see, now it's got this sort of purple panels, but also grey, and also I'm going to try and get a little bit closer actually. There we go. And you can see that, especially on the back here, the grey, we've got this bronze effect as well, all over this. I will say that these are, as you can see, they're very fragile, and I can see them breaking easily. Very easily, actually. So let's just start off. So we've got the bridge section here, the dome, and then we're going to flip it up and show you all the detail underneath. And as you can see, there's gold. There's like this wash over it, this dirty wash. It's so detailed. I mean, you can just see here just how detailed it actually is. There's so much going on there, and they've been able to pick that up. I mean, this is hands down got to be one of the best like models that they've ever done, Eaglemoss, with the amount of paint apps. I mean, this whole front section here is die cast, and that's what makes it really weighty. It's very heavy at the front here. And then we are going to have a look at the back here at the boosters. Even in this section here, there is little bits here, little bits there. The fin is really nice. The panels are all different colours. We've even got, at the back section here, we've even got, as you can see, there's like this, these impulse engines here. I'm trying to get the light there, but they've got this like yellow light filter thing with little holes in. I'm just trying to get a bit of a, you can just about make them, there we go, much better there. So you can see there that they've got in them there. I mean, they've really gone to town on this one. We've got like detail here, and there's just, I mean, even inside where the engines sit, if I can manipulate it a little bit, you might be able to see. Can't seem to get the light down. Can't seem to get the light down, but there is detail down here as well. I mean, they've just so outdone themselves on this. Like I said, the only downside of this model are these, which are plastic. So actually, I'm trying to think of where the die cast actually is, and I think it's this under section. I'm not entirely sure. It's very heavy though, but these sections clamp on. I'm wondering whether there's like die cast underneath it, and it's just making it feel heavy. I mean, I don't care. This is just so cool. And I know it's one that lots of people have been asking for, and we've got. Not only have we got it in one, a decent size. Two, the paint apps are absolutely amazing. As you can see, it's this purple colour, purple gold. It's got like grey, bronze in it as well. It's just, it's got every colour. that you would imagine. It's just so well done, and you can see some love has really gone into this, considering there was never CGI file, and that is what they work on to begin with. It's also not mirrored as well. So this section here, as you can see, is actually, if I flip it, so this section here, you got this pipe coming out, and we flip it, it's completely different on the upper side. The same goes for actually under here as well. It's completely different, both sides. We've got these little pipes coming out here. I mean, there's just so much going on. Even up here, there's some sort of piping as well. They've really outdone themselves. I'm so impressed with this model. But yeah, anyway, what do you think? Let us know. This has got to be, I think, model wise, it's got to be in the top 10 because of the size, the weight, I think the paint apps on it are awesome as well. I mean, it's just got to be up there. It's got to be up there. We've waited so long. We don't know where we were going to get it. There was are we, aren't we? You know, there was all this sort of stuff going on. We've got it, and then Eagle Moss have outdone themselves. So, you know, to Eagle Moss, well done. You've outdone yourself on this one. I don't think it fully redeems Eagle Moss, but they've definitely gone all out. There's only hope for the other ones in the collection. Hope they do as well as this one, because this is just mind-blowing. Anyway, thank you for joining us here at the Nexus. Check out our other videos, click to subscribe, and we'll see you at the next video.